Emma, you think you got a good view of Scott? You should see the camel toe from here.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yes. Don't look, John. Don't look. You know you want to.
Jesus.
What's John?
Cheesy, crazy.
Oh my God, I totally did that.
Hey there. Welcome to Motorcycles and Misfits and my birthday. Here at the Recycle Garage in sunny Santa Cruz, California.
Congratulations.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I got the look.
Oh. Hey, everyone. This is Liza. And yes, I am now 2 years older than Jim, but yesterday I was only 1 year older than Jim.
Yes, you still look younger than I do, so well done. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I definitely pretend to be.
Yes.
We got a lot to talk about. We had a big weekend, and we got some special guests. So let's get to who is here in the studio. Who did that? Was it you?
Yes.
Well, let's just start there.
Still.
Well, on the classy girl couch with no manners at all, it's Miss Emma.
Homina.
Aloha, darlings. As always, I am just thrilled to be here. And Liza, no matter how old you get, you will never be as old as me.
I can never catch up.
Never catch up with me.
But I do remember when you were the age I am now and thinking, gosh, she's so old.
Well, yeah, but
and now I'm here. I'm like, oh, it's not so bad.
Yeah, but you said the same about Elspeth as well. I'm throwing you right under the bus now. You're like, oh God, Elspeth's so old, and here you are. How do you? I mean,
it doesn't hurt as bad as I thought it would.
No, it doesn't.
It does hurt.
I was going to
Let's
say
be clear. It does hurt.
I was going to say you're as old as you feel, but for you, that may not be a good barometer.
Welcome for geriatrics and misfits.
I know.
Yeah.
Also on the classy girl couch tonight, I'm going completely out of order, is Jane. Hey, Jane.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Happy birthday.
First time here. Thank you.
I'm happy to be here on your birthday.
First time visitor.
Welcome aboard.
And in the studio, like I say, welcome to my mind. This is exactly how I think all the time.
Evil Knievel is in here.
If all these things were spinning simultaneously.
Actually, this is like Liza's mind, except there is more pizza in Liza's mind. There's always pizza.
Let's see. And sitting next to me and still trying to figure out what he's doing here, it's John.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Now,
Oh, thank you. No, John, thank you for being with us, darling.
and
You're
you know,
welcome.
because he's a John, we have to give him a nickname.
Oh, yeah.
Jane, does he have a nickname?
Oh, boy.
Or should we just call him Mr. Jane?
Let's call him Mr.
For this particular, for this journey we're on, I think
Careful.
Mr. Jane's appropriate.
I think he deserves something a bit roguish. I think like Mr. Johnny.
Ooh.
Mr. Johnny.
Ooh.
Mr.
Do you like that?
Johnny.
Yeah, he likes that.
How about
Yeah.
Johnny Ball Chopper?
No.
Just trying to expand the boundaries here.
No, I just
Yoga John.
I
How about
like
Yoga
Mr.
John?
No,
How
I
about-
like-
Mr. Johnny sounds like somebody who does your dry cleaning.
No, it does not.
I think we've got a silent, quiet coalition.
Johnny Dharma
Yoga
Punks.
John.
Yoga John is good.
Yoga John.
Yoga
Yoga
John.
Yoga.
Yoni?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like yoga.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
Yoga
the
John
strawberry
is-
flavor the best.
All right, Yoga John. Well, let's keep going around to our other favorite.
What was it?
What?
Nothing.
It's already out the rails. Of course, running the board, it's Stumpy John.
Welcome from Stumpy John. I was going to sing
A
happy
stand.
birthday, but she totally ruined it, so I can't even do anything.
No,
else.
you went off at a peculiar key,
I know.
John. You went off at a peculiar key, darling, and
Well,
nobody could follow
I'm
you.
very
No, but I
peculiar.
caught the vibrato. That was very nice. I
Oh,
was
thank
impressed.
you. That was my
No,
Stevie,
he does his own vibrato.
that was my Stevie Wonder part.
With a little bit of chorizo.
Whenever you share a room with him.
he
you
does
know,
it by
you gotta-
eating chorizo.
I
Just
do
stand
love
up and
chorizo.
say bravo.
Hey, Miss Emma, pull my finger.
No.
No.
Well, there's guests.
No, we don't want egg in here.
We have guests.
Oh, but we're still not done. Joining us for how many times have you been here now?
John's
I don't know.
vibrato.
I've lost track.
Well, I'm going to say you are officially now stunt misfit level. It's Scott.
I didn't even know what stunt misfit level was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back in Santa Cruz stealing time from my dog.
Yeah, I know.
Now, before we go any further, Scott, were you applying a wood grain finish to your BMW saddlebags not half an hour ago?
It's like a big station wagon.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
I get what's going on there.
It's the family truckster.
It's a little bit of like National Lampoon's.
Truckster.
Yeah.
Yes, family truckster.
Yeah, I get it. It makes sense. All right, we're still going around the room. It's Naked Jim.
Hey, what's happening? Ride dirt bikes. Word to your moms.
Peace, love, and cool socks.
I've come to drop psalms. I got more rhymes in the Bible.
Actually, Naked Jim is wearing a very patriotic sock today. No, I'm not looking up your short leg. Look at that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very proud.
Stars
Liza,
and
are you
stripes.
rocking some red, white, and blue tonight?
Yeah.
I'm not.
God bless America.
I'm not.
In sock
Pinko
form.
commie
Yeah.
bedwetter.
That webcam can't even see your socks, Jim. I think you hold them up for Bagel.
Bedwetter.
Blame it on the hot tamales.
That's downright un-American.
Wow.
Long-haired, peace-loving, hippie type. Acid freak.
And we're still going. And we cannot forget
Long intro.
everybody's
No offense.
favorite ginger. It's Bagel.
Greetings from Rancho Bagel.
I like that.
Hello, Bagel. Hey, how are the
Hello.
horses next door? Are they frolicking in the sunshine?
They're at their summer home. They went away a couple weeks ago, so
Oh,
there's
no.
no horses next door. But they will be back in September.
So their summer home's not the glue factory.
Oh no!
Okay. So they will be back.
They
They
summer
have
away.
pastures to run around and graze in and frolic and play.
Okay.
They love it over there apparently, and have someone there who dotes on them every day.
Oh, that's lovely.
I have another license plate to add to your collection, Bagel.
Oh, awesome! Thank you.
I'll arrange
Much
address.
appreciated.
Sure.
Yeah, I told him you're the collector of the license
Oh,
plates.
yes.
Yeah. So we're just continuing rolling along with our amazing weekends. And we had another one yesterday.
Yeah.
Back to Laguna Seca.
Laguna Seca.
The famed.
Yeah, which stands for...
Dry lake.
The Dragona.
I thought it was food on a stick. That's not what it is.
Jim, that reminds me. When we were coming home, we did the back way, and then we're like, let's run over to Cycle Gear real quick.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because there's a new one down there, right?
Yeah.
What?
And as we were just like a block or two away from Cycle Gear, I saw it.
You did.
And I was like, I was on comms with John, and I gasped. I'm like, John, do you see it? Do you see it? It's a restaurant I've never seen before, and it has all the things I want, and it's called the Crab Bucket.
Bring me the bucket. Well, hopefully they have some towels and bowls. And
It's awesome. I've been there.
is it,
If you
it
guys
sounds
don't know why
awesome.
I'm so excited, first of all, my
They
favorite
probably have it.
food comes on a stick. But I also equally love food that comes in a bucket. Because name any food that comes in a bucket that isn't awesome.
Milk.
Shrimp and chicken, fried chicken. Food that comes in a bucket, I'm all in. And now there's a crab bucket.
Heck
What?
yeah. And
So,
I bet they bring you a
Liza.
bucket of crab.
I'm going to stop you there. Shrimp,
Yes.
crab, lobsters, these are bugs. It's a bug that lives in the sea.
Yes.
But it's a bug.
Yeah.
Tasty.
It's better than eating cows, isn't it?
No.
No.
It's a bug.
It's not better for our ecosystem.
Is it better than a banger?
Nothing's better than a banger.
Yeah.
guy.
Except a wee bit of mash
Bangers and mash like me mother used to make.
and some peas.
Anyway, so I want to go back there. But we went back to Laguna Seca, and this time it was for the AHRMA Moto Classic.
American Historic Motorcycle Racing Association.
There we go.
Well done, you.
I looked it up.
There you go.
So just like last week, we were there for Moto America, which is like international and national professional racing.
Right.
This is club and
Privateer.
privateer racing. Those still pretty high level of racing,
Oh, no, I mean,
but you don't have the big trucks.
The standard of racing is always very, very high. But if you go to the paddock, if you go to the pits, rather than these giant factory trucks that are worth about $1 million, you get converted school buses with hand-painted murals on the side. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, I love the AHRMA races. The atmosphere is great. The characters are great. I'd like to say thank you to a couple of people.
Okay.
before we get started.
Am I top of the list?
Oh, always Liza. Thank you to Liza for just being Liza. You know, and reminding me that things could be worse. Thanks to Barry, who's press secretary, for getting us tickets, and Danny, who's basically works for Barry, who really facilitated the whole thing. And you know, it was a lovely event, and big thanks to those two for making it actually happen.
What I love about AHRMA, a lot of really fascinating bikes there. Old bikes, really old bikes, really old bikes. They're all still running fit as a fiddle and a lot of fun. But you also see old racers. And what I love about old racers, they walk with this hunched over, curved body. Like, they look like they could barely walk, but then they get on a bike and they look like they're molded to the bike.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, one of my favorite parts, is it the Grand Prix start or is it Monte Carlo? What do they call that?
Oh, the Grand Prix start.
The Grand Prix start.
God.
So you see, like, all these clapped out bikes that range decades, right? I just sent you guys a picture of something
and these
I thought was
shambling wrecks.
And all of a sudden they
to them.
give the signal, and these guys run like turtles, you know, across the track. And then they hop on these bikes, and then it's, you know, it's uphill, the straightaway there, and you're ready for them to rock it off, and they don't necessarily rock it off, but they're up to speed by the end. It is fun.
I'm just imagining them parking a walker next to the bike when they get on.
No, these guys are pretty. I wouldn't mess with them. There's some
and you get crazy groupings. Like, you might get these 1990s super bikes, you know, leader super bikes. They're lined up, and then they take off. Right behind them is a bunch of supermotos that they take off like 30 seconds later, and then the next group is a bunch of electric motorcycles, and they're take off, and they're all on the track at the same time.
Wow.
And it's just like, what is going on? It's so crazy. And
then a lot of them were 4 and 6 lap races, but a couple of laps in, they're all mixed up already.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's wild.
It's fun to watch. One of the things I really like about it too is the accessibility, that you can just go up anywhere and talk to anybody.
Yeah.
In fact, Jim, I think you and John tried to get up trackside. How did that go for you?
The first time we got shot down.
Well, remember I told you, I bet you Liza gets through.
Yeah. I'm like, no, Liza's not going to get through. And then she did.
They were sitting in the bleachers across there, and there goes Liza, boo, right out there.
So, but here's the saving grace, and to echo your sentiment about how a cool event it is. I'm sitting with Yuri, who's racing, and he has a pop up right by the garages that open up onto the hot track. What do they call it? Hot pit. Thank you. Yeah. And I told Yuri, I'm like, yeah, I got shot down. He goes, just walk through that fucking pit. So I did. Yeah, just like walk, hey, how's it going? And they're working on stuff.
They don't care.
It's really fun.
And the funny thing is, the only way I got in is I just started walking through the gate. This is where they let bikes in. And one of the track officials stopped me. Hey, this short woman, she said, yeah, you can't come in here without a wristband. I went, she's like, sir, you can't come in here. And I just looked at her and went, okay.
You're like, and
just kind of stepped back out of the way and just watched from through the fence. And then she felt so horrible, I think, for calling me sir. She went, okay, go ahead. And just let me go. And I was like, okay. Like, I didn't say anything.
She called me ma'am, and I didn't get through.
It's funny. I'm looking at the schedule from it and some of the classes they were putting together, like Race 8, 350 GP bikes.
Jim, I'm going to stop you there.
Yes.
Surely you mean you're looking at the schedule.
Schedule, yes.
Yeah.
Schedule.
Don't make me come over there.
But the variety is great. It's like 350 MotoGP bikes, then like Sound of Thunder, whatever that is, CL60s.
Sound of From Under?
Yes, from under your you know what. And then CL350s, 125s. These are all in the same class. Did you see the picture I sent you, Emma? Of the motorcycle? What is that? Did you look at it right now?
No,
I sent it to Liza, too. It's some crazy... But
hang on, let me
the
have a
neat
look.
thing about these bikes is a lot of them are really old. Everything from Indians to Italian bikes, but they're super purpose-built, which is really kind of neat to see the way they set up the bikes. And very unique and very raced.
I love that old rigid Indian that the old guy was running out there.
Oh, man, he had 2 of them. Yeah,
that was so cool.
He just travels the country.
It's a Honda. No, it's not. Oh, wait.
No, when did you send it via Messenger? Or?
I think I texted it to you.
Giltech?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
Giltech.
You didn't text it to me.
I'll do it again. Look at Liza's.
Show me.
But that's like a cool example.
His leg is covering the engine, so it's really hard to see. It's a twin. Looks like a...
Oh, it's just a little
Anyway.
160 Honda. There were tons of them out there.
Could be.
Yeah, it's a little 160 Honda. There's a
Yeah.
whole class for them.
Yeah,
and
it
it's
was wild.
It's very competitive because all the bikes are the same, and they're not particularly quick bikes. I mean, it's sort of 80 miles an hour flat out, so it's absolutely on the skill of the rider.
Yeah, it's really accessible and fun, but it doesn't stop there. They've really upped their game. Last year, for the first time, they added vintage motocross, which is really more like a hair scramble. I think, does motocross have to have jumps to be motocross?
I think the vintage ones have like a
this
small
was
jump.
more,
Okay.
somewhere in between.
And if you go up over the hill outside of the bowl from the racetrack, there's another little valley, just a hillside that's normally just overflow car parking on grass and dirt. And they just grade it and build a track. And you get people out there. And I said this last year, and I say it again. It is On Any Sunday comes to life.
Exactly.
And you see these vintage two-strokes just around. There was a 70-year-old lady out there racing.
She was awesome.
That's great.
And you're seeing just awesome Greaves and Huskies and all sorts of crazy old bikes, but also old Yamahas and Kawasaki's, which were the wrong colors because they were different colors back then.
Yes.
I mean, we think of Yamaha as what color now?
Blue.
Well, you know,
Yellow.
they've gone to cobalt.
But they weren't they blue then?
No, they were the other way around. They were yellow then, weren't they?
They were
Yellow.
So Yamaha
Yeah.
have been through a few incarnations. Back in the 70s, the Yamaha colour was yellow, of course, with the black and white
Kenny Roberts
checkerboards.
and all
Yeah.
And there's Kenny Roberts colours. Now they've kind of defaulted to cobalt blue, but their early incarnation was blue as well.
Yeah.
Honda kind of latched onto red pretty early.
And Kawasaki,
Green.
Well, Kawasaki's
No.
always had a love affair with green.
but they were blue.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's all, so it's, you're trying to like figure out what these bikes are. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, they had different colors, but it's so great to see all these bikes out there running.
And the other thing is a lot of people wear vintage leathers and things like that.
And they look like football pads. And
And some people are racing and they're trying to push themselves, and then other people you can tell are just happy to be out there riding their vintage bike on an actual race, like with a number plate. It's really fun.
yeah, I could have stayed there all day. Hey, we got some more guests coming in. Hey, Reg, how you doing?
Can I sit in?
Yeah, come on. Do you guys know Reg Cottrell, author?
We do.
Yeah. Why don't you sit here?
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you very much. Or would you like to be near
Come
the... yeah, go ahead right there.
I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead there. And you got headphones, and we'll get your mic set up. But it didn't stop there. We're talking about AHRMA racing. Were you there last weekend? Or this
I
weekend?
didn't go, but I've been an AHRMA racer.
Yeah, well, let's get you set up on a mic. Get your jacket off and get comfortable. Oh, yeah. Well, you can't talk without a mic. No one can hear you. And Reg, you got some headphones there. Take your jacket off and get comfortable.
Act like you've done this before.
Yeah, you've been here before. But it didn't stop there. I mean, I could have stayed at motocross all day.
And they had a little show.
And not to mention, it's just you're sitting there on the top of this hill, just the wind and the sun, and it was just comfortable and so cool, right? But then they added something new this year.
Oh, yes.
Actually, two new things.
The world's shortest flat track.
Shortest and most dangerous.
Oh, by far. Thrilling it were.
Oh, aye.
Oh, aye.
Emma, you were
Hello.
saying the world's shortest flat track.
Yes.
Yes, it was. So they added flat track.
And potentially the world's most dangerous. Because
I mean, just the...
now, if we go back 3 years, pre-COVID. Oh!
Oh, it's a gift.
Yes, it is. It's Liza's birthday gift, which she's going to open in a minute.
Thanks,
So-
John.
Why is it vibrating?
If we... It's not that kind of gift. If we go back to the one show, when they had it... What was that very posh place they had it? The posh place.
It was at the arena.
The arena.
Yeah,
And they
downtown.
set up the flat track inside the
Yeah.
arena.
Just trucked
And I
in
thought-
clay.
Trucked in clay.
On
And I thought,
cement.
now that was quite dangerous and quite a small track. Nothing compared to this, which was about a tenth of the size of it.
Yeah, tiny little dirt track. They had trucked in dirt, I think, for that too.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because it
even-
was basically a parking lot. But that did not stop people riding quite large bikes around there.
Yes, large, fast. It was fun. It was great. Even just when they were cleaning up the track, dragging it like with the Zamboni machine, it was like this
coolest thing.
Medieval rotating Scotch harrow device they were towing behind a tractor.
So in a dirt parking lot in the middle of the whole racetrack at Laguna Seca, they set up this flat track, which is not any bigger than the barrel racing at AMA Vintage Days.
Oh, smaller than that.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty small. But legit track, racers. You had people out there with flags, the whole thing, in this tiny track. And what I loved is they just had this fence up, and you could go and stand up against the fence right there at the track.
And
close
get
up.
a mouthful of
of
dirt.
dirt. Yes.
No, it was great because basically they come out of the turn, pin it, and as soon as they pin it, they're off the throttle, punching the rear brake and bringing the rear end around. It was fun, though. It was great.
It was exciting.
Yeah, it was intense. And the tempo was great. It was like race after race after race. It was fun.
How many entries did they get?
Oh, a lot. A lot, Reg.
Yeah.
There was probably... I mean, the most they had on the track at one time were 4 people.
No.
But
Well, they had one huge heat.
Yeah, it had 6.
It had to have been,
yeah,
it was
right at the
nutso.
end. But generally it was 4. I would say there's probably 30.
I would say 30 to 50.
30 to 50 entrants.
But easily 30.
Yeah.
Easily
Did they
30
limit
people.
the displacement?
No.
No.
They had classes, but no, there were some...
There were Sportsters out there. There were Triumph Twins out there.
Yeah.
There were Bultacos.
XR100s.
XR100s, everything.
The running of the bulls never disappoints, though, even on that little thing. That was fun.
I'd like to ask your guests
Yeah,
something.
talk into the mic, though.
Well, somebody might hear me if I do.
Yeah.
May I ask your guest something?
Is it about the AHRMA races?
Well, close.
Okay.
I mean, Jane, you're compared to all of us old farts here, and not so old farts. You're relatively new to motorcycling. Have you ever been to a motorcycle race?
Only this one in this room.
No,
It's a mad
no,
world.
only a James on the mini bike pulling Henry on a rolling stool in the parking lot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you missed
I missed that.
That was edgy.
So that was exciting, and I think it was, for me, the most exciting because it was the only race that you could see from start to finish and know who was winning. Because all the other tracks, they disappeared at certain points, and it was hard to follow, and the tracks were so big.
Over a hill, around a corner.
Yeah. But this, you could just sit there and watch, and you're right there on the side, and boy, there was action. And there were crashes.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're in between the track and like all the pop-up, the pits, which are just a bunch of pop-ups and trucks and stuff. So as the racers came off the track and bikes are jacked up or they're jacked up, we get to be part of the fun there. I thought that was neat.
And we saw an exciting crash.
Oh, that's right, too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, should we comment in detail or?
Well, no, I'll just say because we
It's
know
a known person.
he was
a friend of ours.
Yeah. So Rich from Moto Talbot Museum.
He was on a KTM.
But I don't know. He was in a turn. We didn't really see what happened because there was a crash. Everyone goes, ooh. And then simultaneously behind that was another crash that everyone was like misdirection, right?
Was this the one where he got his leg sucked up
Yes.
into the wheel? Yeah, I saw that one.
And we look over and like he's being dragged off of his bike and sucked onto another bike. His foot got pulled in by the wheel and got sucked up under the fender.
Yeah, the rear wheel.
the rear wheel.
pulls your leg up and up
He
into
got
there.
sucked in by the undertowed.
He did. He
Yeah.
was.
And because it had a
Underbreath.
fender, it didn't have like the clearance like our big dirt bikes do, and so he was just lying on the ground with his leg.
He was
looked
okay,
like
but they couldn't
mangled.
get it out, I
and they
know.
couldn't get it out. So finally, they were able to unbuckle his boot and pull his boot out, and then get him unstuck and pulled out, and he was fine.
Wow.
God's sake, save the boot.
Yeah, I know. Save the boot. Save the boot.
That could have been his first race. That was his first race ever, as a matter of fact. He'd never raced before.
Oh, he was ballsy.
Well, then
Moto America could learn a lot from AHRMA as far as audience or involvement is concerned.
I agree.
Because when you go to an AHRMA race, you're much more involved with the riders, the racers.
Oh, for sure.
The race like that you're talking about here. I've been to various AHRMA races with other things like that, slow races, anything. So it's an involvement thing that I really like.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see his second crash?
And what was the second one? I know he hit the ground hard.
He was in a turn, and a guy was trying to take him on the inside, and that guy's, it looked like his handlebars got hung up on his seat on the inside of the turn. So all he could, I think, felt was the contact, but he's battling hard, so he's still on the throttle, dragging this other motorcycle. The other guy's just stuck there getting pulled, and then he realized it or rolled off the throttle and then kind of high-sided, but then everything just went bad after that, and the motorcycles just kind of piled up on him.
This is the same dude?
Yeah, it was his third race, so he was yet to finish a race. But the victory is his fourth race. He did get a finish.
Yeah. So
Welcome
it
to
was just
racing.
exciting.
It was
fun.
exciting, though. He was charging. He was jazzed, too.
And then you had vendors and good food and lots of old friends and Pacific motorcycle training and conducting classes in the parking lot and just basically just a good time and everyone just having fun. But the downside or the surprise for me is that it was poorly attended. Yeah, this is not official information, but we heard from somebody who said, yeah, we were told not to expect a lot of people. They only sold 500 tickets.
Whoa.
Do you think, how much does Moto America, you think, have to do with that? We talked about that earlier, the back-to-back racing.
I don't know.
I've never been to a heavily attended AHRMA race.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I've been to AHRMA races with a hell of a lot of entries. Usually the crowd amounts to friends and family. Yeah. And, it's...
Yeah, that's true.
There was a lot of people there who were participating or, vendors or racing or press or whatever, but not enough people to really appreciate what a well-organized event and how much fun it was. Is what
there was so much action. I mean, we enjoyed Moto America, right? But as far as like an enjoyment, just having fun, this was so much better because there was so much different racing, all over the place.
So, in short, if you have the opportunity in your neck of the woods to go to an AHRMA race, do it.
Oh, yeah.
You will have more fun and have more close-by experience than you ever thought possible. And if people don't really start attending these things, it might go away, which would be a damn shame, because it's one of my favourite forms of racing. I mean, seeing 60 and 70-year-old bikes being piloted by 60 and 70-year-old guys and women, hard. I mean, they're not messing about. It's wonderful. I mean, they sound different. And they go around the track differently.
There was one race Yuri was in, I think it was race 13. He said there were 40 people in the race.
Yes.
That's wild. I mean, it's so fun to watch that kind of stuff. Yeah. And just all sorts of different classes, right?
I don't think AHRMA's going to go away because old bikes don't go away. And in fact, every year there's new bikes being added to the pool, right? But it's may go away from our track because our track is very expensive to operate in. If you go to AHRMA.org, you can find out they've got Northeast region, Great Lakes, Heartland region, Northwest, Mid-Atlantic. They've got it all over the country.
Who's the guy with the beard, the racer that...
Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave Roper?
Dave all you got to know is Dave Roper just got a new pair of racing leathers. Yeah, so that's you got another 30 years
Dave
at least.
Dave Roper, who's in his 80s, who's the only American to ever win at Isle of Man, and he's still out there racing.
But it isn't just him. The man who beat him, Walt Fulton.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a lot of motorcycle racing. There's a Daytona winner there, and Walt and Dave... Every AHRMA race, they are that class.
Yeah.
They both ride 350 Ermakis.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful, they turned out bikes. I was looking at those bikes in the pits, and they're just glorious. They're black and orange, very traditional colors, just absolutely perfect. This is a couple of the nicest turned out bikes there.
So I think on behalf of all of us, I'd like to say thank you to AHRMA and Laguna Seca for putting on such a great event and for having us there. I hope that other people check out AHRMA racing near them. Sidecars. I mean, there's so much. And we didn't even get to see trials. That was today.
Yes.
It's just a really great,
Well, we run the garage
event.
on Sundays.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's enough talking about AHRMA.
Yeah.
I have a gift for you, and I insist.
I have no idea what it is.
Lying liar, hands on fire. However, it was bought with a great deal of heart, and so you must describe the wrapping.
Oh, this reminds me. I have a card in the garage that you brought me that I forgot. Jim, you brought me a card.
That was me.
You. John, do I need to...
No, it's fine.
Okay, thank you. It says, Happy Birthday, Woman. Thank you.
And it's got a bow and everything.
Oh, yeah, no. This was the real gift that you took the time to wrap it. So I believe I know what's inside. Is it Benelli? I'm trying to remember
Well,
now.
you've forgotten how cool it is.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Well, I will explain. It is. Oh, it's
already put together.
It is a toy motorcycle that is a new Benelli 1130 sport bike.
Wow.
Very
In
nice.
traditional Benelli colours, which is green and silver. And it's a darling little thing. It is made by Maisto in 1/12 scale. And will add to her collection.
Add to the 1,000 that are in here.
Yeah.
But here's the story behind this. So I think I mentioned last week that I spent a lot of money on toy
That's relative, a lot.
motorcycles.
How much did you spend, Liza?
You know what I didn't tell you? So here's the thing.
In
though.
British pounds.
So there was a vendor there that had toy motorcycles, and I have a bunch of them. So I was kind of going through and picking out a few here and there, and then Emma's like, "Oh, you should get that. Oh, you should get that." She just like.
Oh
yeah, you need that.
I was
Just
enjoying
completely
watching
enabling.
her spend, and these are not cheap.
And
bikes.
she was enjoying it. I know.
Well,
it's a win all around.
She said to the guy, "Well, how much do you want for that?" And he says, "Oh, it's got to be 200." And I said to Liza, "Oh, you should buy that."
Didn't you start rooting around in his boxes and stuff?
Oh, she was rooting around in his shorts.
Yeah. Well, actually, Emma, one of the bikes that I paid $200 for, I did research and found them for $70 on eBay, and plenty of them. But then one of the other bikes that I paid $200 for, I found going for like three something on eBay.
Oh.
So I'm like,
wins and
out.
loses.
That worked out.
So
The one I
which-
didn't think was as collectible was. So she kept saying, "Oh yeah, you need that. You need that." I'm like, "I got enough. I'm good." She holds up one more and goes, "But you need this." I said, "You need to get it for my birthday."
Oh.
Yes. So that's why I knew what it was, because I was like, all right, I'm going to throw this back on you.
And yeah, exactly.
So thank you very
It's a
much.
great gift.
No, you're very.
It's almost as nice as what I got.
Because you were right. I don't have one of these.
Stale chips you got her?
No, the other gift I got.
Scott,
Liza.
I'm going to toss it to
They're
you, and
not-
you're going to put it right there on an empty spot. Ready?
They're
Go.
not stale. They're chewy.
No, I got her a better gift besides the stale.
A
chips.
better gift. Because
the stale nut bar,
The pecan roll.
the pecan roll.
So, I mean, the truth is, as much as me and Liza get on each other's nerves, and believe me, I know exactly how to push her buttons, and she knows exactly how to push mine, we are actually quite fond of each other in a sort of passive-aggressive sort of way. So, no, I'm happy to get... Yeah, exactly.
It's a cool gift. Can I see it? Where is it?
It's on the shelf.
Oh.
It's on the shelf.
Can you pass it over?
Traditional Benelli colours.
Does the green have a green other than Benelli green? Is it like forest, ancient hunting?
No, it's
green, rustic?
Benelli green's the green of the Italian flag.
And is this Chinese Benelli green?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful motorcycle.
No, it's absolutely darling, isn't it?
And I haven't seen one of those in the wild.
It's a tornado.
And I weed in the airbox, and I'll give you $300 for it because you've got a rodent problem, mate.
Word. Oh my word. So let's get to our guests and why they're here.
Yes.
So
we have three
because they're
guests
asking themselves,
now.
"Why are we here?"
Yeah, what
We
the
weren't
hell?
that
We could have
rude.
been having clam chowder on the wharf right
So
now.
we have
watching the
three.
seals.
Well, Reg is here because he knows he can drop by anytime.
We're staying at Reg's house.
Oh, there it is.
Perfect. Like I came here to protect her.
Yeah, yeah. I sent a text to Reg like, "Reg, you need to get here right now." So he came down. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, he knows he can come by anytime. But actually, Scott, he sent me an email. Oh, wow. It's been a couple months now, right?
About that, yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, hey, have you heard of this author who wrote this book called Spirit Traffic? It's really great. She's got a great story. You should have her as a guest. And what you guys don't know is I said, that's great, but I don't read books. I don't like reading. I'm too ADD. So I don't want to invite someone to be a guest if I don't know the questions to ask them. But Scott, you read it. You loved it. You can come down and you can lead the interview because there's a great story here and we're all eager to hear it. And you kind of told me the fine points and it sounds pretty fascinating. So let's get to Jane. And John, are you just tagging along? Are you just support crew?
I'm husband, as my tagline says on the email,
The tour
manager
right?
/ husband. That's
All
my
right,
job.
Mr. Jane. So, Jane, you did a thing and you wrote about it, and now you're doing another thing.
Yes, I have to tell you before I even begin, you can get the audio book.
I know he recommended that.
Oh,
Too.
they're awesome because if your eyes get tired, like mine do, I love audiobooks.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
No, I appreciate authors, and I have many friends who are, including Reg, and I love to support their stories. But I love even better that Scott, who's a friend of ours, was already like passionate about it. Like, this is great. I'm like, great. Come help tell the story. So let's get to the how and why. Scott, do you have a first question?
I just wanted to preface a little bit what I really liked about the book. I've read a lot of stuff, and we've read Elspeth Beard. Of course, there's Helga Pedersen, 10 Years on Two Wheels. There's Ted Simon, Jupiter's Travels. And all of those books are really different than Jane's book. And so the title of it, Spirit Traffic, A Mother's Journey of Self-Discovery and Letting Go. It's just a really different kind of story, and I like that. There's not a whole lot of, there's not all the bravado and the whole round the world kind of thing. It's a different kind of thing. So, saying that, you have a question?
I have a question for you, Scott. How did you come to learn about this book?
I learned about it from one of my friends at Airhead Beamers Club, who put it on the email list.
So it's already being passed around.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
We were talking about this out in the garage. The motorcycling is this universe of all these overlapping communities. Mm-hmm. And I'm in the process now of joining Oakland Motorcycle Club.
Yeah.
And that's another story.
And is this your first book?
It is.
That's even cooler. There are a lot of moto authors, and we know many of them, and it is a very cool club of people with great stories.
There's a lot of questions, but one would be like, how long have you thought about writing? Like, have you always been attracted to either reading and writing? Have you played around with writing, or did you just be like, I'm going to process this shit and write a book?
Writing has always been some important aspect of everything I do. Even when I had a welding shop, I did some writing for a sculptor I was working for. I wrote some promotional material for the World Sculpture Project that she did. So writing has always been an important aspect of just about anything I do.
So it was a natural progression.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, let's get, first of all, you did mention something pretty cool. That your mom had a motorcycle shop when you were young. Now, there's a saying we say in Pakistan about education. An educated boy makes an educated man, an educated girl makes an educated family. And the same thing applies to motorcycling. When a woman rides, it's more likely that the kids in the family will ride as well and make more riders. So you had it in your genes, yeah? Maybe so.
When I was little, my mom had a motorcycle shop, Honda of Ann Arbor, and my sister and I rode as little kids. And then when I was in fourth grade, Mom sold the shop, and so I didn't ride for 40 years, which is a long time. Yeah. So I came back to the bike when I was 50.
That's awesome. Now, John, were you the bad influence?
Not at all. Our son Emmett was, like all, I don't know, young boys, maybe young girls, maybe young everything, saw motorcycles when he was like in high school and be like, there's a motorcycle, CBR, you guys. Yep. And so we were like, I just kind of registered that. And so when he was graduating from college, like the year before, I was like, hey man, how about we just buy motorcycles and travel across the country and back? And he was like, yeah, whatever. Sure, that sounds fun.
So, wait, none of you were riders at that time?
No.
All right, so whose crazier, the one who came up with the idea or the others who said, yeah?
That's a great question.
It's a great question. I think maybe the acquiescence is crazier, perhaps. I don't know. I think it's equally crazy. It was John's idea. He said, why don't we get these bikes, 3 bikes for the 3 of us, and ride across the country. This was after Emmett graduated from college and before he moved on to his life. He's a man.
So this was a congratulations, we're done kind of event?
Yeah.
It's kind of the letting go in the title, right?
Yeah, that's the letting go.
Did you ditch him in a parking lot? Like he woke up, he's like, hey, is it time for breakfast? And you're already...
I think it was almost the opposite from what you described in the book.
Yeah.
All right, so your son's graduating, and you guys decide, let's go ride across country. How long were you giving yourselves to do this family adventure?
We were on the road for 7 weeks.
Okay, so that's you're really going for an adventure.
Yeah, 10,000 miles.
So what was your first, when you guys decided that, like the first bike you went out and bought was the BMW or?
Yes.
Right
BMW 650 GS.
Not the first bike people would choose for cross country.
Yeah, but it's a Funduro, innit?
Yeah.
Ain't it?
Did you do like family
Fun.
training for all three of you? Or you just like jumped on it and went for it?
Yes.
Wow.
Right on.
Well, no, let's get back to the thought process of your choice of bike.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying for a moment it's a bad choice, but the F650 is not a bike that immediately pops to the forefront of people's minds.
Yeah.
Well,
So what was your thought process to choose that bike?
buying 3 of them.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
guess
It's like-
3 of the same bikes, so you're sharing
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
tools and parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the difference between spending $40,000 on 3 bikes, or we spent $15,000 on 3 bikes.
But why
Yeah.
the BMW and not say a KLR 650
Yeah,
Kawasaki?
exactly.
We looked at those, and it's just like, I don't know, it just seems cooler.
You are correct, sir.
That hurts my heart. It just
Thank
hurts
you
my
very
heart.
much.
You are correct.
Because
I beg to differ, Jim.
they are very interesting bikes. They really are.
You know what I like about the bikes they chose? I wouldn't have chosen that bike. And maybe the reason I wouldn't have chosen that bike is because I think I know too much. We get so influenced by marketing. This is a touring bike. This is a
Right.
sport bike. You've seen in your travels in Pakistan, you've seen sport bikes ride extensively off-road. Your friend, the scooters in Pakistan. I know one guy went across country in a Honda 50. So the point being, who says what is a cross-country bike? I mean, I got a farkled out bike, which... it doesn't do much more than their 650 does. So, you know, what the hell?
and I mean, you're absolutely right, because we fall into this trap of this does this does this. When I was 17, I rode my Kawasaki 250.
It was a very good year.
Yeah.
Is that when you were shoveling coal into that?
Yeah.
But the point is, I rode a
steam train.
2-stroke Kawasaki 250 all over the country. You know, it's completely unsuitable. But, we didn't think of, this isn't the right bike for the job. Exactly. I mean, touring bikes, Honda, Goldwings and stuff like that, or BMWs, they were out of our price range. We couldn't even think about affording them. So they weren't even anything to be thought of. So you just rode what you had or what you could afford. And mine was a beat-up old Kawasaki 252 stroke. I rode that thing everywhere.
We've all seen a BMW GS that hasn't gone out of the zip code.
Right.
And it's a good image.
Looks really cool in front of Starbucks.
You ride the motorcycle, and what the hell, the brand, the size, just is irrelevant, I think.
All right, so let's talk about the planned route. Where are you starting and ending, and what are some of the highlights you're going to hit?
You mean the route, Liza?
Yes.
The 2015 route, you mean the original?
Yeah,
The
the
original route.
Schedule.
The schedule for the
Right
route?
on schedule. We
scheduled
left
route.
from Vermont. We went through New York State. Our first sort of big destination was Colorado Springs, where John's brother lives.
Oh, nice.
So New York and then Colorado Springs. They're not near
There
each
were
other.
some things.
There's
That
some
was a
things
problem.
in between.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a nice ride.
It's longer than we
It
thought.
was really fast. There were a lot of places in between. For example, Illinois,
Yeah.
a flyover state, was beautiful. We had a wonderful time, and I loved the contours and the smell and the sensation of the road in Illinois.
So you took the northern route?
Yes, northern-ish, but we did end up going through Death Valley, which isn't exactly northern. But then when we came to California, we were above San Francisco because at the time I was absolutely terrified of riding in a city.
With hills.
With
Yeah.
hills.
When
I
did
have
you,
a whole chapter on the uphill start. And
When did you start? What time of year? So what time of year did you leave, and when were you heading through Colorado and Death Valley?
Death Valley is
yeah, we left May 12th.
It sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was snow in Colorado, and in Death Valley we rode into Death Valley at sunset and rode out at sunrise, and
Good call.
Oh man, it was hot, as you can imagine. So when was that? Mid-June we were in Death Valley?
Mid-June,
Yeah, that's toasty.
Yeah, it was toasty.
Yeah.
All right, so you had 7 weeks. So you basically going from Vermont to California and back, and just zigzagging around the whole way.
Mm-hmm. National parks.
When did the first thing go wrong?
It was raining.
Day one.
Day one. Well, I was terrified of my dirt driveway at home, which is very steep and gravelly and slippery in the rain. And I had completely no experience riding in the rain. And it rained every day for the first 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Yeah, a little bit of rain each day, sometimes a lot of rain. So
That'll get you used to it.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Get that out of the way.
so did something go wrong, or was it just not ideal situation?
What I'm trying to think of what went wrong.
Did you make it out of the driveway the first time?
I did.
Okay, that went good.
Yes.
That went right.
A lot of things went right. It's hard to say what went wrong. I don't think anything.
Nothing mechanical went wrong. It was more emotional
Yeah.
things that sort of went south.
And the physical discomfort.
Yeah.
It's funny. Somebody asked me recently at one of the readings I did, "What was your contingency plan?" And I thought, I don't have a contingency plan. I'm just going to do the thing. And if something changes, then I'm going to do that thing. So what went wrong? I guess nothing went wrong.
Nothing went wrong.
All right.
And
How's that?
And actually,
Somebody knock
Perfect.
wood.
Yes.
that's a great
Thank you.
way. That's a great way to approach something, because if you look at something as a whole, human nature being what it is, you always think, "Oh God, it's too much to take on," and we talk ourselves out of things. And so if you I don't have a plan, we're just going to see what happens. Sometimes you have the greatest adventure by not having a plan, and then you have no expectation, so everything's just joyful and new and wonderful.
So I have another question. So in the plan, are you camping? Are you staying at hotels? Are you staying at friends' houses?
There was no plan. We already talked about this, Liza.
Oh, you've got a mixture.
Day one, we were like, well, we need to buy a tent, I guess. No, we didn't.
No, we
bought
had a
camping gear.
tent. Yeah, we planned to camp
We
the whole
planned to
time.
camp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So you're setting off. One more question, Jim.
Wait, 2 weeks of rain to start out? And did you camp or did you hotel it during the rain?
We camped a lot.
We camped a lot,
that's
but
hardcore.
the first night we hoteled it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we were just soggy. It was ridiculous.
So
Yeah.
I'm just curious, because none of you have really done extensive riding. Who was the first person who broke down, who had to buy some sort of accessory for their bike, like a seat pad or a throttle rocker or something? Did that happen?
No.
no,
Wow. So you guys had it all sorted out?
well, that's why we
Or you
chose
just
the
didn't-
BMWs.
Oh, okay.
I noted one had a taller windscreen.
Yeah.
That's
just
I
came
would be
that
the
way.
lucky one.
Just came that
Just
way. That's
came
that
right.
way.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
Well
Yeah.
done.
Now,
Yeah.
John, you wrote early that your bike had a Corbin on it. I mean, Jane, you
Yes,
wrote it, but
yes.
did all three have Corbins?
No. My bike came with the factory BMW bike, and the Corbin saddle was this extra treat on the side. I bought this bike used from an engineer in Pennsylvania, and he just threw in the Corbin saddle, which was beautiful, but wider than the BMW seat. So I really couldn't touch the ground on the Corbin using the Corbin saddle, but it was beautiful. So I wanted to try,
Okay.
but I didn't use it for the trip.
Well, while you're here, just ride over to the factory in Hollister.
Yeah.
They'll take
Yeah.
the upholstery
Shave
off
it
and
down.
shape it for you.
Yeah,
and then you
exactly.
can
Get it customized.
ride it back out.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Something else that occurred to me as we were talking. Before this trip, did you read Ted Simon, Jupiter's Travels, or Helga Pedersen, any of these around the world? Do any that kind of study about? Okay.
After.
I love it.
Yeah, because you immediately knew who Elspeth Beard was. But I guess you read Elspeth's story after you'd done your trip.
Yeah, I didn't, well, it's sort of, here's an analogy. A lot of people have been saying, oh, you should test ride this bike or you should test ride that bike. And it's like, no, I'm not going to fall in love with another motorcycle before I'm going on a 10,000 mile trip on my 650. I can do that later, but, I wanted to have my adventure not colored by Elsbeth Beard, as lovely as she is, or Melissa Holbrook Pearson.
Right.
So I read them after.
Right,
That's
because
good. Yeah,
that's their story.
You have an authentic
It's
experience because
yeah.
it's yours
Yeah.
the first time. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm curious the dynamic though, writing with your son. So how was that? Was he like? Did he fall in line? You're a perfect family unit. Did he want to go faster? Did he want to do different things?
He wanted to go faster.
Yeah.
It took me the whole continent to get up to the speed limit. So Emmett would fall way the hell back and then race up so that he could have the experience of going fast. So
We call that
fast,
riding the
AKA,
pace.
yeah.
It's riding the pace.
riding the pace.
And
Yeah.
did you guys do interstates or secondary roads?
Secondary roads.
Third-dairy
Good.
roads.
So there's somebody I did read before we went on this trip, and that's Least Heat Moon Blue Highways. So we stuck to the blue highways, the county roads.
That's cool. So I'm curious. I mean, the traveling stuff is interesting and all that, but what really kind of piques my interest is just the title of the book, right? Spirit Traffic: A Mother's Journey to Self-Discovery and Letting Go. So there's a few questions in there. When did you know you had a title for the book, right? Like what does the title mean? And then what's the whole deeper meaning here, right? Not to steal the thunder of the book, but I'm curious.
Yeah, that's fine. First of all, I didn't know I was going to write a book until we got back. And I write anyway. I write resumes and I write newsletters, and, I'm a freelance writer. So when I sat down at my computer after this 10,000-mile trip, I just wrote about the trip every day, a few hours a day for 6 months. And then I had 60,000 words, and it was like, whoa, check this out. This is a book. So I got terrified of the book and ran away from it for 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I finally finished it pretty recently.
This started as a project for like more of a journal, more a project for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That part
And
of it,
and can I guess a little? I think part of the letting go is children grow up and move on with their lives.
If you're
And
successful, they do.
If you're successful, but and Jim here, I've never had children. Life has had other plans for me. But Jim's got two great
Yeah,
kids.
ditched them both at the hotel. We're great.
Who are both pretty much grown up and doing their own thing now. But that, as your child, who I'm sure you remember as just the tiniest little thing that requires all your attention and input, they grow up, they move on, and that requires an adjustment for you as well. And they leave this huge void.
Yeah.
And you have to move on from that. And, some parents never do. I'm sure, my mom still thinks of me as being this tiny kid. She still worries about me.
Oh, sure. I think that...
When are you going to stop riding those nasty motorbikes, Emma?
It's a phase.
She'll grow out of it.
Jane, you mentioned so the titling.
So
Yeah, I'm curious.
Back to the
Yeah.
title. So Spirit Traffic has to do with riding in the Navajo Nation. And if you've ever ridden out there, you know from experience that you can feel a sense of history of that place. Unlike other places in the country, it's like, wow.
The desert Southwest is heavy.
Yeah. So when we rode into the Navajo Nation, we were riding into a headwind, and it wasn't just wind. It felt like we were riding into spirits.
Right.
And there was this traffic of spirits that we were riding through. And here's an example of one of the spirits. As we rode over Buffalo Pass, and it's beautiful and twisties and, really spectacular. And being a new rider, it was really hard to focus on the road and all the beauty everywhere. And I have to take a picture, and oh my God. And I'm riding along, and I look over, and there is an Indian on a person on a horse with the man has long black hair, and he's riding this horse, and this horse is like dodging around the sagebrush and kicking up dust. And I can't even believe it. I'm so excited to see this person. And I wave, hi, hi, and he waves back. And I'm just so excited. And when we all, John, Emmett, and I stopped to drink water, and, we stopped periodically, I said, "Did you guys see him?" And they were like, what?
So did John and Emmett experience the spirit traffic in some other way?
That's a great question. When Emmett read the book, he said to me, "Oh, that's what was happening." So I don't know what John's experience of the spirit traffic was.
Well, there's definitely this feeling going into the Navajo Nation that you're very much going somewhere else. You're no longer like in the United States, you're in some other realm. It totally has that feeling. I didn't come up with the thing, spirit traffic, but it really captures that, like, wow, there's some sort of energy here that's different.
Do you think some of that might have been a metaphor for Emmett's graduation and pending moving out of the home, the family home?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, that's where I was going with it. That's the moving on part.
Yeah.
Was Emmett your only child?
Yes.
Yeah, I only have one child too.
Is he still your only child?
Yeah, my only.
So I know that transition. That's a difficult transition. When Sam left our house, it was like ripping part of our heart out.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
But then when they come back, it's
like, why are you here? No. Go back.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Yeah.
So I have a question for you. So a journey like this, you have to experience some growth in some way from it. I'm curious for you two, what personal growth you experienced and what Emmett's personal growth was, because it seems like you might have been on different journeys even though you were all together.
Yes, that's a great point. I think we were on entirely different journeys together, and my personal journey had to do with facing fear, because I was afraid of this big giant F650 and learning how to ride. Fear was a big, I was riding 2-up, fear on the back, fear pillion. And so doing this trip anyway was a great learning experience for me. And then writing the book was a big experience for me too, because I thought, I'm going to write this book and I'll be badass and I'll be so cool. And it turns out, actually, I am vulnerable, and the book is basically about embracing vulnerability. I thought it was going to be a badass motorcycle journey, but
I've read a lot of those already, and that's why yours was refreshing. This is not a badass motorcycle book. Yeah. Did you find that?
Wait, we're not done with that though.
Okay.
I said, what was Emmett's growth? What was his journey?
That's a good one. Well, this is a huge journey. When you're done with college, what do you do next? So during this period of, these 7 weeks together, he was, I'm sure, figuring out what the next thing is. Becoming a man, having your own, starting to pay your tuition fees and, that student loan repayment, that kind of stuff. So I think it was a big journey for him into adulthood, for sure.
Well, and he'd never really seen the West. Like, I'm from Wyoming, and so I knew the West, and I wanted him to see it because he's like from Vermont. He was living in Massachusetts, and I'm like, there's more to life, and so now he lives in Montana. Like, he moved to Montana, and it's like, yes. Like, that was, for me, like, nothing is greater than him moving out here, actually.
And I was going to ask, so what's he up to now? I mean, he still likes bikes, obviously.
He still likes bikes. He is a bartender in Missoula, Montana, and he is rebuilding Honda 350, 1972 CL.
Does he know that won't go faster than the 650?
I hope he knows that. And the beautiful irony of him rebuilding this Honda is that when I was a little kid, the 354 was my mom's bike. So it's like, dude, you're cool and a hipster building your grandma's bike. So,
that's very cool.
Well, we have a friend in Montana, Emma. Where's Mike Beck? Where's home for him?
Mike Beck is in Manhattan, which is a tiny town, basically not far. He's about 30 miles outside Bozeman.
Okay.
And he likes it there because he's close enough to Bozeman that he can do all his gigs. And, Bozeman's a very jumping little town. But Manhattan is like
Not.
Far enough
nothing.
away from people.
There is nothing there. I think there's he lives next door to a factory that makes wooden duck decoys. So that's
That
like
sounds very Midwestern.
So
If I can get back to you described that you and Emmett and John were almost on 3 parallel journeys where you're physically together but experiencing things very different mentally or emotionally. Now I got a 19 and a 21-year-old, and they both said, like we were talking about outside the garage, screw car license. I want to get a motorcycle license.
you forgot
first.
he was
Like,
19 now? You have not adjusted your mind yet.
It keeps
Takes a
changing.
while.
It keeps changing. So.
No, but I think it's a perfect example. You still think of them as kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm thinking about, though, is for mine at least, the one thing I can still really connect to with them on is motorcycling.
Oh, that's nice.
And I'm just curious about your experience with that with Emmett, what the relationship was like before the trip, and if the motorcycles really brought you a new language to talk as a family.
I know exactly what their relationship was like. Did you hang up the bath towel, Emmett? Did you hang up the bath towel now, Emmett?
Why do you have to leave your socks everywhere?
Did you take a shower? Remember to take a shower.
Why haven't you hung up the bath towel yet, Emmett?
You're replicating my family of origin here.
I think that we're on this book tour on the bikes, and we miss him, and we're texting him pictures, and he's like, "Oh, I wish I was with you guys," because we do have this new language, and we've done other things together as a family, kayaking, for example.
Yeah.
But the motorcycle trip, we had to take care of each other in ways that we didn't before.
Right.
And John tended to lead, and Emmett rode sweep, which was wonderful for me because I was being taken care of by my family. But we all took care of each other on the road in a way that's different than, in the laundry room
Under the
or
roof,
doing the dishes or that kind of stuff.
And that's a great analogy for biking as a whole. I mean, if you think about this giant soap opera of motorcycles, and this room that we've got now, we have people from wildly different backgrounds here, and yet we all share this thing in common, this love of motorcycles. And really, if you truly love bikes, it doesn't matter who you are or where you're from or what you do for a living. None of that matters. It's just this visceral love of motorbikes. I have a habit of doing that. It's funny, isn't it?
This generational connection. This just occurred to me. Do you think that Emmett thinks of you the way that you think of your mom in the motorcycle involvement?
Oh, that's
Rebuilt a 350.
That's a nice question. I really don't know. It's hard. It sort of puts me on the spot because I'll have to say nice things about my mom. Sorry,
Not a
Mom.
motorcycle dealer.
No, I don't think. I really don't know if he thinks of me the way I think of Mom. That's a funny question. I'll have to think about that one.
I love a certain level of badassery, maybe.
Well, maybe that. Yeah.
So one thing that I love about hearing the story, and I know the book is really, I think, about your story, but what I'm loving, just not even knowing Emmett, is knowing that time in his life there's 3 things I've heard said that I think are just building him into being a better man. One, doing a trip like this tells you could probably do anything. It really instills confidence in somebody.
Yeah.
The things that you need to overcome and endure. And then 2, when he's rebuilding this bike, it's like it's already happening. He's like got this confidence.
Yeah.
I can do this. But the third thing that I think is really most relevant is this family will always have that. That this just really, not that you weren't a solid family, but you guys have all shared an experience that you will always have. And so I think that's a great dynamic. I mean, maybe more families should be doing this.
Well, I'm thinking about that with my son, with Ben. He's like working at Starbucks. He's 19. It's like, we need to take a road trip together up the coast or something.
Before he's too much older.
Yeah, and one thing you said a couple of times is you talked about as he becomes a man, right? Because I think that's important, and not man necessarily, but become a functioning adult.
Yeah.
Right? And it's nice, and we don't have some of these customs or traditions that used to exist in our society, right? So to be able to have something like that to kind of signal, hey, all right, we're gonna no free meals anymore. Time to get on. It sounded like he has. So, I thought that was neat.
And I'd say timing is everything. Like we were like, we're gonna do this trip and we're gonna do it again, and it's gonna be great. And in my mind, it's like the three of us are gonna go on this
getting the
book
band
tour,
back
getting the band
together.
back together, and it's like, I don't really have time. I don't even have a weekend. So we thought he'd come and like join us in California or something, but we're going to where he is, and he's like going to hang out with us for a day. Maybe he'll borrow somebody's bike, but it's like timing is everything, and that was like the one time that was possible.
Great.
At the end, when he hit California, he met up with some friends out here, and he changed the plan for him back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
All right, we're painting the picture that this is all just a perfect and lovely trip. I want to get into some of the dirt. This is always dirt. First of all, were there any breakdowns or crashes that you had to deal with?
Everybody dropped their bike at one point. There weren't any crashes. One chapter in the book is called Monumental Assholes. And this is what happened in Monument Valley.
Okay,
yeah. And we had a couple of really big fights, everybody in tears kind of thing. But we recovered. And one of the things that happened on this trip that I think this is great advice for any family. When someone is an asshole and behaves poorly, you can't give them any grief about it for at least 12 hours. So that was one of the rules on the trip that became really funny.
Like a cooling off period, huh?
Yeah, so you have the 12-hour cooling off period and then the zinger.
You've been percolating on it all day.
It's like looking at your watch. Okay, zing, and by that time everybody is has a good sense of humor about it.
I'm trying to recall, Jane, in that chapter, Monumental Assholes, you made a reference to the hemorrhoids experience too.
That was its own chapter.
Yeah,
Quite a hemorrhoid experience.
One of the people in our motorcycle club got hemorrhoids, and so Amos, instead of Anus, became a member of the Free Rangers Motorcycle Club. That's our motorcycle club. So there's a chapter about Amos, which
famous Amos's anus in the what was it, motorcycle club?
Free Range
Motorcycle.
It's the Free Rangers.
Yeah.
It's like your band name.
That you're on a similar trip, except two motorcycles. Have you done anything significantly different? Did you change anything from what you learned on your first trip?
We're staying with people and meeting many more people on this trip, and it's very intentional because it's a book tour and we're promoting the book. But also, I've learned to ride on the interstate every once in a while without terror. There's still some fear there, but I can do it. I can ride the speed limit. I'm super proud of myself about that.
Wait, what's the fastest you've gotten up to?
70 miles an hour.
That was a special speed for you. There's a chapter.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that. Buy the book. My wife liked that chapter.
That's funny. I'll say that at some point during the Spirit Traffic journey, I discovered I was riding on a giant vibrator.
Yeah. In fact, you were quite graphic in your book about that. I recall that chapter.
Yeah, it's a big single.
How long did you keep that secret to yourself? You're like, ooh.
Oh, I didn't know about it till I read the book.
And you sold, and you just sold another 500 books.
Poor Emmett, when he read the book, he was like, I don't want to know this about my mother.
Happy not.
Yeah.
That's part of growing up, too, is recognizing your parents are fully human. Yeah. It's great.
So, and did you have to change your route plan? Was there anything? everything went well. This
Any
is what I can't believe.
livestock?
You
Any
didn't
animal stories?
lose luggage or like everything went
Any
well.
cows?
This is not. This is not a book
It's
worthy
America.
story. Come
There's gotta
on.
be cows.
What went wrong?
Psychology. What I really liked, the psychology of the family and how you explained it over the journey.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm curious. So you described a lot of physical discomfort with extreme heat, with the long days, sometimes extreme cold. And I'm curious, what has resonated this time around during your book tour the most with your audience from the book?
What's
From your
resonated
story.
with the audience? That's a great. Well, people. I'm speechless.
I like
I'm
the
not really
title.
sure. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
what resonated the most is that what you said, that it's not an everyday motorcycle book. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like it's just like some guy who leaves his family behind and does something that nobody else can do, and aren't I amazing? And this is exactly the opposite of that. And I think that's what people like about it. It's like, oh, I can relate to this. I'm just a person. You
That
know?
makes sense.
Yeah.
You talk about these guys on the big GS bikes who you met out in the desert at some hotel when you're, drying your underwear on the motorcycle.
Yeah.
And these guys just gleefully leave their family behind and go ripping off into the desert on these big ADV bikes.
Right.
And now we know why. Because they're leaving the family behind.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Curing the dynamic. Yeah.
About the book was, I referred to it as the anti-heroic aspect. We've all read the travel books. Some of us have written some of this. And we often portray ourselves in a heroic role, consciously or unconsciously. Your book, you were so vulnerable, and your feelings were laid out like I've never read in a motorcycle book before.
Right.
At the same time, this is what made her journey heroic, because all these things she goes through, you've read the book, every chapter, she talks about her fear, there's this and that, but she didn't stop.
Right.
She just kept going. And that's why I think this book is an excellent first book for someone who wants to travel.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Reg.
So, all right, I got another question for you. First of all, what do you guys do that you can just pick up and leave for 7 weeks and then do it again?
Yeah. I'm a freelance writer.
Okay.
So, and John teaches yoga at University of Vermont.
So why aren't we calling him Hippy John?
There we go. Okay, I'll take that.
There it is. Hippy John. I think we nailed it.
You need to name a Ben and Jerry's after him somehow.
Yeah, I know. So, all right, so you guys were able to do this, but now my next question is, what was going on in your lives that you needed to do this?
Needed to do this trip, or needed to do
this first trip. It's like it sounds like this is
trip.
quite like throwing everything, your life up in the air and going off on this adventure. Usually, there's like you're needing something in your life to change or to happen.
Well, the empty nest was going to happen.
Okay.
And so we looked at that empty nest and said, oh, let's put some motorcycles in here.
And
So-
you know,
It works.
And the thing
It's a
is,
good choice.
Little baby motorcycles.
we actually had like people would view our little family unit as like an awesome family unit, the three of us, and so we knew, Jane and I knew that was ending. Maybe Emmett didn't know that, but it was like, let's do something that kind of is the capstone of this kind of beautiful time that we've had together for 22 years.
Yeah.
All right. And
Nice.
what's the best thing about traveling with your son, and what's the worst thing about traveling with your son? Because here we got Scott, who's like teeing up, like, this sounds like a good idea. So what's the highs and lows of traveling with your son?
One of my favorite things about traveling with Emmett is that he knows me well enough to know that little baby animal that's running across the street, he'll point to it and say, and we didn't have intercoms, so there was that. So, and I know him well enough that, I don't remember where it was, but there was a beautiful, beautiful woman carrying a pie, like an apple pie or something.
All the things in
Attention now.
And I pointed, and he's like, I could see him nodding.
That was at a gas station right outside of Zion.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
So was he more excited about the girl or the pie?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
the answer.
And the other great fun thing that we had together was when we took off our helmets and sat down to drink water or eat a sandwich or something, we would compare notes. What do you have going in your head? And I'd say, I sang the whole White Album. and he'd say, "Oh, I just had Arnold Schwarzenegger noises for the last 75 miles." And he'd say, and do these crazy sort of German-sounding grunting noises. So, and the annoying thing about traveling with Emmett,
take notes, Scott.
Oh, I am.
was that he didn't have a lot of patience with weather. And weather happens.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, it's going to be really hot. So you just have to deal with it. Drink more water, pour water down your coat, or it's going to be very cold. So I think that he's much more, he lives in Montana, so he can deal with weather now. But he wasn't very...
weather oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the thing is, and this is worth remembering for you, Scott, if you travel extensively with somebody, you're going to see them at their absolute best and their absolute worst. Because sometimes you're going to be under duress. The conditions may not be perfect. You may be tired. So you're going to see these people at their absolute best and worst. And if you are related to them, it might be a reflection of you.
Ooh.
And sometimes
never.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
I know what you mean when you travel with someone to see the best and the worst in them. Jim and I shared an RV, and he slept naked. So,
God,
yeah, all the things.
Most things naked, yeah, that's how it works.
Naked Jim, hence
best and the worst, right there.
Bacon was a wee bit tricky, but beyond that,
I have to say we travel quite well together, don't we, Liza?
Yeah.
Yeah, we travel remarkably well together.
Do.
But
I love my favorite the underwear dance parties.
Oh yes,
that's me. Oh, it's supposed to say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Dance off, pants off.
I don't remember that. Was I drunk?
All right.
No, when you walked in and me and Jim were
that's
dancing
right. I do remember that.
to the Detroit.
I know you're trying to
Cobras
block that out. That's right, the Detroit Cobras.
Eyes got this big. Like, what is going on here?
John, that was right before you passed out.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
All right. So you
that'd
just
be a whole different motorcycle tour.
So you do this trip, and you go back home. And did Emmett go back with you, or did he go in a different direction?
Wah, wah, wah.
Sad trombone.
He ran away to California, didn't he?
He went off he didn't finish the trip with us. He went off on his own.
All right.
He had planned to finish
out in this part of the world.
So you get back home, and this is something for anyone who's spent that much time on the road. It's hard to adjust back to home life.
Yeah.
How was that, adjusting to that?
Well, they had double because you had that plus not having a boy there anymore.
Yeah.
I remember. I know that
it was
feeling.
it was really hard. And we were hoping for the warm embrace from the dog, who was with the babysitter now. And the dog was a little resentful. And so that hurt too.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So this trip, you've got it planned again. You've got all your stops, your kind of your whistle stops, the places you're doing your speaking gigs, and completely different. How would you describe the dynamic as being really different without having Emmett along and having the book out there, of course, too?
I'm on the spot. I mean,
Right.
we have QR codes on the backs of the bikes. So
Good move.
I'm kind of an introvert and I'm kind of a quiet person. And on this trip, I have not had that luxury.
You got the newsletter, too, which I subscribed to, your news from the road. And so I've been kind of following your progress across the country.
How does somebody get that?
Oh, you just
Newsletter.
go to the website.
Yeah.
What's the website?
It's cjanetaylor.com, the letter C.
cjanetaylor.com. Okay. So
I'm sure you've been very, very well received everywhere you've gone. Have you had any, I'm not going to say negative experience, just kind of odd experiences, perhaps with stalky people, or who the heck do you think
Emma,
you
that's
are?
only you.
Stalky people.
I think it's been the opposite. Actually,
I've been really very well received.
Yeah. Right.
Though at the BMW National Rally, they gave me a booth. I was really honored that the BMW gave me a booth there. And one of the things I learned, I'd never been in an exhibit hall in that kind of way ever before. And thousands of people walked by my table, and I had to be polite to every one of them.
right?
And
Ain't easy, is it?
It's not easy, and sometimes I just felt trapped there. People just had, she's trapped. I'm going to tell her my story.
Yes. People love to tell their stories.
Is that the nexus for your moth-style stories that you're having people tell at your events?
Oh, it's not related to the, we do at the reading events we do, and I say we because I invite the audience to tell a 5-minute story adventure as I see it. And it's because I didn't want to just go on a snake oil tour selling the book. I wanted to inspire adventure. And one of the things I wanted to inspire in people is the recognition that adventure happens in your life. And it doesn't have to be related to a motorcycle or parachuting or anything like that. It could be related to something that causes you to grow.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone's journey is valid. Everyone has a story to tell. Everyone has an adventure. And if you have spent your life buying cornflakes at Safeway and you decide to go to a different supermarket across town, that may be an adventure for you, and that may be you stepping outside your box. And that's no less of a story than somebody who rides around the world. I mean, it's your story.
Exactly.
And they need to be told.
Emma, I think I do have an example of sort of a stalker moment.
Yes.
I don't know where she is. So when I first found out about this, and I was talking to John on the phone about setting up this interview, and then I said, do you think she'd be interested in going on my Chickistan trip? Sounds like an adventurous person. And he's like, I don't know, maybe I'll mention it to her. Before he could get to her, I had contacted one of my Chickistan girls who was at the event.
At the event, no way.
And who approached her.
Who
approached her and was like, hi, you want to come on Chickistan?
5 minutes later. See,
5
we
minutes
got
later,
connections
So I had the picture of Linda who met her.
Can I see that picture?
Yeah.
So are you going to go?
Yeah, so within 5 minutes, she had somebody coming up to her, approaching, like, not knowing what's going on.
You should absolutely.
Is that a mini skirt, Jane, or are those shorts?
It's a mini skirt.
Good Lord.
Or is it a skirt?
Squirts.
Good Lord.
She has nice legs.
No, she has very nice legs indeed. Yeah,
Emma, you're gawking. It's getting awkward.
A very dashing figure.
Yes, very, very fit.
So, since you've been on this second tour going around to events, my first question is, what events have you been to, and what events will you be going to?
That's a good question.
The first event I went to was the Down East Maine BMW rally, which was terrific and cold and raining, and I bought silk long underwear to wear under my kit because it was so cold. It was wonderful. We met Muriel Farrington, who is 80 and rides a BMW 800 all over the place by herself. And
she's ridden over 400,000 miles.
Yeah, she's great. It's really fun.
Jane, you have your whole travelogue on your website too, right?
Yes.
All the different stops. So
yeah.
cjanetaylor.com if you want to see the whole travelogue.
I'm curious. Talk about growing, right? And you guys, I think you said earlier you love the bikes and you're not in the market for anything new. But have you thought about if you were to step into a new motorcycle now that you've, been exposed a little bit more? Do you have any ideas?
Well, the other day we were following Reg on 101, and my bike wasn't going fast enough, and somebody passed us on a KTM, and I thought, wow, that'd be really nice to go that fast. But I do have a Triumph Bonneville that I bought at the beginning of the pandemic, and I explained to Emmett, when I'm on the GS, I feel like a Girl Scout. I'm going camping. Mm-hmm. Here I go. When I'm on the Bonneville, I'm a witch.
Oh,
in a good way.
Careful.
In a good way.
No, show her your arm, Emma. Show her your arm.
No, that is every inch. If you were a witch, you would ride a Bonneville.
I think so.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
So
that's great.
I'm thinking about the Chickistan question and what your next riding adventure is. And I know you've got to return back to the day job. I get it.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah, or not. Do you have another motorcycle adventure in mind or a next book you're working on?
Well, the joke we did get intercoms, so the joke that John and I have now is that the next book will be called Top Gear, in which the author takes the curves at almost the speed limit. The author rides the straightaway almost at the speed limit. Top Gear.
Jim, you got to bounce?
I'm going to head out.
All right,
it was
see you,
super
Jim.
fun. Great meeting you. Have fun on your adventures.
Ciao, Jim. Reach
Yes.
out tomorrow and I'll get you some part numbers.
I'll have my people call your people.
Yes.
We'll do brunch.
All right.
Oh, yeah, we got to figure that whole thing out.
No, I figured it.
Yeah.
So, like Reg was saying, then one of the appeals of your book is the interpersonal dynamics in the story, and not just the hero story. So I'd like to see if you bring that to some kind of future work. Whether it's Chickistan or
the hero story or the anti-hero story.
The interpersonal aspect of it. I think that's what's really most interesting.
Yeah. Well, I do imagine I'll write another book.
Okay.
Because it's hard work. I like to do hard things, apparently. Me and Glennon Doyle. But yeah, I will write another book. And it's my writing style that it's going to be personal, because I write the things I know, and that's what I know.
Yeah.
So what would your advice be for somebody who wants to either get back into motorcycling after many years, or somebody who's, our age and wants to jump into this sport?
Take the motorcycle safety course.
Of course.
Take the course.
Yeah.
All right, you said you're a bit of an introvert. How are you handling the fact that you may or may not be a role model to riders now?
I'm trying to handle it well.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled. I want to inspire, especially women, to ride, and I just want to inspire them and then step into the shadows. It's like,
the reluctant role model in the next book.
It's the mentoring. It's the mentoring thing.
Yeah.
No, it definitely is. For somebody who hasn't really ridden and starts so late and then heads off on an adventure, it makes other people go, maybe I could do it.
Yeah, and the thing I hope to inspire is not solely motorcycling. I mean, I definitely want to see more women on the road, because I think it makes the road a safer place. But I also want to inspire women to think, oh, I can do that thing. And whether it's, I don't know, riding in Pakistan or writing a book or anything.
Telling stories.
Yeah.
Teaching people to be better communicators. And you've had all this experience of people telling
nice.
their 5 minutes of adventure.
Okay, I'm not going to let you get away with what you said. I need some explanation. More women make the roads a safer place?
I read something a few years ago. It was a statistic from an insurance company that said that the percentage of women riders have fewer accidents and fewer fatalities on motorcycles on the road.
Okay, I'll buy that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably purely actuarial, like not renting cars to under 25-year-olds.
So now here's I'm going to sock you with this.
Okay,
one.
good.
All right. What was harder, preparing and executing the trip or the book?
I think the book, actually. Yeah. The on the motorcycle trip, I had the support of my husband and son. Johnny, the tour manager, was, so, but
Hippy John.
Hippy John, there it is. Hippy John was with me. But writing is a solo occupation, so you have to inspire yourself at your computer or your fountain pen, as it were.
And how long did it take you to knock it all out?
I wrote for 6 months, and then I put it down for 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I finished it probably in another 6 months.
But just like doing a journey like this, now that you've finished the writing journey, are you feeling like, I can do that again? Now I have all the tools.
Yeah. Yeah.
So which one is calling you more? Another book or another motorcycle journey?
Or both.
Or both. Well, I'm in California and I have to get home at some point, so that's going to involve motorcycling. So I do have that journey right in front of me. Mm-hmm. But the book thing is pretty fun. I'm thinking about it.
Oh, and did we cover what events you will be going to after this? Where are you heading next?
Where I'm heading next, I'm doing many salon-style readings in people's homes.
Oh, yeah, cool.
And
that's a thing.
Cool. Yeah, it's a really fun thing.
Is Houston on your calendar? I forget.
No.
So do you need more people places to go? Because our listeners might be interested in hosting.
Yeah, I mean, they could look at the website, cjanetaylor.com, and there is space in there. And there's also readings that are set up. You could contact me or just contact the website. And, they're in private houses, but they're welcoming people to come.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for
asking.
asking.
The final event that we're going to do is at Montgomery Distillery in Missoula, Montana, and that's where Emmett works.
Excellent.
Nice.
That's so cool.
Not a bad place to stop at the distillery.
I might have to introduce Emmett to my son who wants to be a bartender, but he's 19. Future path there.
Now,
nice.
And what places have you not ridden to yet that you still want to visit or see?
Big Bend.
Big Bend is a family joke because we've done cross-country trips in the car, and let's go to Big Bend. And it's like, it's too far away. Mm-hmm. We're not going to Big Bend. I want to see the mysterious coast of Oregon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
very pretty.
Yeah.
That's where
Bagel.
That's where I am.
Oh,
right on.
Stop by for some bagel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
let's do
actually, Bagel, you want to organize something? A book reading?
Perhaps.
Right there in your garage with the scooters.
Yeah. It could happen.
Then we could see what we could do.
Yeah.
Right on.
So, for me, I've ridden around the country a few times, and there's all these places I want to go see and visit. But if you don't have that long of a history of motorcyclist, maybe you don't have these things. So maybe we need to help give you some.
It could
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you ride up Pikes Peak yet in Colorado?
No.
We have in a car, but not on a motorcycle.
Not on a bike.
Have you done
you gotta do
Avenue of the Giants?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Check that
Nice.
one.
Let's see.
Garden of the Gods.
Garden of the Gods, yes. And here's one
Nice.
we did that you guys will appreciate. Western Avenue in Chicago.
The longest road.
The longest surface street in the United States.
Huh.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Every block has a
Yeah.
stoplight
Yeah.
for 35 miles.
Oh,
Oh
no.
man!
It was hard.
Wow.
Yeah.
You didn't hit Blue Ridge Parkway yet, right?
That's
Deal's
tough on your
gonna
clutch hand.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Well, and you also have the AMA Museum in Pickerington, Ohio. You have Barber Motorsports in Alabama, right? Birmingham?
Birmingham.
Birmingham?
Brompton?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Frumpton. What the fuck is Frumpton? What the hell is wrong with you,
Johnny,
Johnny?
you had some
Frumpton.
What did you call people from Birmingham? Brompers or something?
Brummies.
Brummies, there it is.
The museum, the national
Salt of the earth.
So you kind of
kick your
inducted
teeth in.
yourself into this huge community of motorcycling. Did you have any inkling when you started this that there's this whole world, this whole universe inside motorcycling?
No.
Okay, well, now you're part of it.
Oh, and another place. Will you be going through Idaho?
Maybe.
So you know
You got to
that-
go to the ramp.
Well, first of all, the Climb headquarters are there, and they have a factory store that's like a Gap, but it's all Climb gear.
Awesome.
my
We wanted
zipper's a
Climb to
little
give
sticky.
us stuff, but we never got around to that.
Yeah.
Maybe that is the time to get them.
Well,
to
there's
know.
always Duluth, Minnesota. You see, I'm wearing the Aerostate
No, you
shirt
got
here. I got to
to
represent.
forget the climb place. You got to go to the spot where Evel Knievel tried to jump the Snake River.
So I did
It's
that.
incredible. I did it too.
You did. Well, I rode my
you
KLR
did.
up the ramp.
I did not.
A little
at,
way
at
up the
Snake
rump.
River. Yeah.
Wow.
And the
Yeah.
riding along the Snake River is phenomenal anyway, so you might as well.
Yeah, it is a little bit sketchy. It's basically like just a little single track up, up next to these concrete piers where the ramp was actually fastened to, and then just a short plateau, not much longer than the length of the bike at the top. So you have to up and then stop suddenly, because then it drops down and there's a canyon.
You'll pretty much do what Evel Knievel did if you keep going.
Do you roll back down backwards, or can you turn
I was able to do a 9-point turn and then right back down.
9-point turn.
Yeah, and I had Jim up there just to kind of catch me just in case.
Sounds horrifying.
Yeah, it was fun. It was awesome. Well, I hope you continue, on your tour and promoting books. I want to make sure people know, again, C as in the letter C.
Yes.
Did we get to learn what that stands
Sure.
for? Wait, hold on. We get to guess.
Okay.
Let's see. Cindy Jane? No?
Caroline.
No, these are nice.
Those are
nice
sweet.
options.
Emma, what's
Catherine.
your... Oh, Bagel says Catherine Jane?
It's Catherine.
I
Yeah.
was going to say Catherine.
Of course, Bagel.
Oh, kick your teeth in, Bagel.
Oh, I'm
Wait.
sorry.
Why
No,
aren't
that's
you a
all right.
CJ?
That's
CJ 's
all
so
right,
cool.
mate.
CJ is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, CJ.
Yeah.
It's kind of jeepy.
Well-
it's kind of jeep-like.
All right, so C,
Cheap
C
like.
the letter,
Yes.
Jane Taylor.
CJaneTaylor.com is my...
.com.
Yes.
So somebody can buy the book. They can maybe book you, or say, "Hey, if you're coming through, I got a place to crash if
yes.
you want."
Wonderful.
See, I tried to do that in Alameda, but all that I could land is this little gig here at the podcast.
I know.
So
And
sorry.
and do you guys know about Bunka Biker?
Yes.
Okay.
We haven't
I
done
do.
it.
We
but-
haven't done it yet,
Yeah.
but I do know about it.
Z has been
Yeah.
on this podcast. Controver Z has been on this podcast a number of times too.
Yes.
She's doing really well
She's
with the
a friend of
network.
ours.
She
And
actually
she's-
spoke at our motorcycle and Rotarians meeting
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, and she set up this great thing where people can.
Yeah.
But also the BMW Owners Group has the same thing. The little book.
anonymous book.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've been in it at some point.
Yeah, but not for those reasons.
No, I think my name was in red and it said like "stay away."
Yes,
Yeah, I
something
know.
like that.
I know. Well, also you got, even though you're here for a short time, you got the full Recycle Garage experience.
A great experience.
You got your bike fixed.
We got our bike fixed.
She got bike diddled by Emma. She fixed
I
it.
learned more about my motorcycle in 5 minutes with Miss Emma than I have at any other time in my motorcycling
blimey.
life.
Nice.
As have we all.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Well, she's branching out. She can fix your vibrator too. She can fix anything.
I tell you what, the Kickstarter is broken on my vibrator, so I need to go home and fix it.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, I wanted to get some emails, and I wanted to really thank you guys for coming in.
Yeah,
and
well, great guest. Thank you.
sharing your
Thank you so
story.
much.
Thank you, Emma.
It's a lovely story.
It is, but thank you, Scott, for bringing
You're very welcome.
Bringing
I'm glad
attention
that you were able to
to
come
us
in. Yeah.
with it.
Appreciate it.
And you see, Scott, we behaved ourselves because I know you were worried.
Mostly like, yeah.
You know, I know you were concerned that we would make fools of ourselves and treat our guests flippantly like
Confident
we have
you would.
in the past,
Like
but
you do.
we didn't. Are you happy now?
Always.
Yeah,
I'm always
well,
happy
legit.
when I'm around you. Ed.
Well, flatterer.
You know what I love?
Flattery will get you everywhere.
You know what I love too, and John, I haven't known Jane very long, but tell me if I'm getting this right. She had the smile when we first started. That was polite, like what is going on, and now she's got the "I'm in it. This is
Yeah,
fun"
totally.
smile, right?
Good
That's
read.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Good read. Yeah.
I'm so transparent.
I saw that too. I totally saw it too. I'm like, it's going to be okay, honey.
You're not in Vermont anymore.
Well, I wanted to give a quick update from our show last week.
Yeah, and that was a very tough subject, and I know it's not the usual topic we deal with on the show, because we do tend to deal with lighter subjects. However, it has a happy ending. I mean, it's an ongoing thing.
It does. And for those who don't know what we're referring to, I had my cousin Zach on the show last week. He's a new rider, and in the first week of riding, he and his buddy were out, and things happened, and a pedestrian was killed. And not saying who's at fault or anything like that. We're not trying to pin the blame on anyone, but the fact that young people, new riders, now have to deal with this and have to deal with this really traumatic situation. And he and his buddy bought bikes without ever taking any lessons. They followed all the rules. They got their permits, they got their insurance, and they saved up money and bought bikes. They did everything right. The system allows them to do that without having any training, and these are teenagers. Right. So it's quite traumatic. So the update is I had told his mom, I said, I really recommend that you find a rider safety class for him and that you pay for it. And she called me this week and she said, I found a 2-day training class. She said, I can't believe it's like 8 hours for 2 days. I'm like, yeah.
Yep. It's
and
intense.
I signed him up for it next month.
It's great.
Great. And I will follow up that if Zach wants intermediate or advanced training and chooses to come to California, or should I say my alter ego, Mototown, will pay for him to do intermediate or advanced training with Pacific Motorcycle Training.
That's a very gracious offer.
That's a good one, too. And then I also told her that if she found another class for him, because I think any classes are going to be good, I said, dirt, track, anything, that we will pay for it out of our Patreon funds. Because I'd like to see him continue to get education. he did a couple of things that really endeared him to me, and he's a very, very nice kid. But just coming on and telling such a traumatic story in such an eloquent way was extremely difficult for him. And he did. Well, but he chose to continue riding, which I think shows a great amount of fortitude on his part. And actually, we got a couple emails about that. Bagel, you have yours queued up?
I do.
I'll read mine, and then you can do yours. This first one comes from Mike, and he says, hey, I just listened to episode 479, the hard lesson, right? He says, I normally listen to you all for some fun, but this was important medicine to take. I needed to take a few breaks to make it through Zach's story because it hit very close to home as my wife was hit by a car last December. She's physically recovered, but working on some mental issues coming through that. I just wanted to make sure someone showed some love to you for putting out that podcast because that was a lot less holly and jolly than usual. Thanks for the podcast and keep up the good work.
Thanks, Mike.
And I like hearing when somebody says, it was important medicine because that's exactly why I like to share stories. Bagel, what you got there?
Yeah, so I have an email from Mike D.
Another Mike.
Yes, Mike writes, Hola, Misfits. This is Mike D from sunnier and dried up SoCal. I was listening to the podcast and had to pull over and send this message. First, for Liza, I'm feeling much better that your perception of HD riders has changed following your HD rider epiphany at Laguna Seca. Apology accepted. By the way, I own and ride a Harley-Davidson Road King as well as a T100 Bonneville.
Cool.
I asked a question and sent a pic of the Triumph last week.
Yeah.
And more importantly, though, I want to thank Zach and you Misfits for sharing his story about the incident involving his buddy. Please let Zach know that although I have many years of riding experience, I have become an even more defensive and careful rider because of his story. We riders are well aware of the risk, and it is important that we share not only the good times, but also the bad and sometimes tragic times, so that we all can learn and most importantly heal from events such as these.
Yeah.
Bravo, Misfits. Mike D. Peace.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. And I actually sent that one on to Zach just to let him know that his telling his story has affected and made people change, remember to change their riding.
Right. It was an important story. And it needed to be told. And I'm glad it was us that got to tell it.
John, you got one there?
I do. This is from Chris M. from Fisher, Texas.
Hey, Chris.
I'm not going to do the. Sorry, Bagel.
No, I think you should, Johnny.
I was listening to the most recent podcast, and you were talking about Rumble On. I sold my 2018 Indian Roadmaster to them in January 22. The process, as you stated, was easy. I filled out the information on my bike and received an online quote. A few days later, I received a call from Rumble-On, and we discussed the quote and we agreed on a price. Next was to send pictures. They request certain angles and a photo of the FOB. Since I own my bike outright, I also sent a photo of the title. Rumble On then sent an online agreement via DocuSign, I believe, and I signed the agreement. I sent the actual signed title overnight via FedEx, and once they received the title and confirmed everything, they overnighted a check in the agreed amount. It literally took me just a few days to finalize everything, and I got my check in hand. After that, they sent up a time and picked up the motorcycle from my home, and off it went. I could not have asked for an easier process. Please let me know if you have any questions. Yeehaw! Best regards, Chris.
Thank you, Bubba.
Bagel, how was that?
No, I think that was closer to a mid-East Tennessee accent.
No, I think it was splendid.
Yeah.
Simply splendid.
No, thank you. Yeah, I'm curious about Rumble On, and I want to look into it more about how they're changing.
No, and I've had kind of second thoughts about the presentation because I think all they're doing is some good old fashioned carnival barking, and they're just using tools at their disposal. Just because they're kind of doing a CD presentation at a show, doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad product.
Yeah. So now, Emma.
Yes,
so
darling.
what you have in your hand?
Yes, I have a two-parter.
Is not one; it is two.
It is a two-parter,
and it almost like builds a story.
Yes, it does. So now, funnily enough, that apparently, if you are from Buffalo, New York, you talk like you're from Birmingham, England. Funny that, isn't it? So, hello, Misfits. My name is Jordan.
Hey, Jordan.
From Buffalo, New York. Canada basically, use Canadian accent, please. LOL. Close brackets. I've emailed multiple times. Oh, why haven't you shown any of Jordan's emails before now, Liza?
Maybe I have.
You failed in your task. I listen to the podcast every day at work and love you guys. Oh, thank you, Jordan. I guess my question is about my new to me 07 Harley XL 1200C Sportster. I have an Arlen Ness air cleaner. Not sure the pipes, but they are loud, and a Dynojet 3 commander on it. It runs like a scalded cat. I get snap, crackles, and pops while downshifting, rev matching, or full throttle riding. Not sure if this is a tune issue where the air fuel is a little mixed up, or it's the nature of the beast. I don't mind the snap, crackle, and pops, but it sounds great, but not sure if it's running too lean or it's making it happen. If this is something that's going to hurt the engine performance. Any thoughts or concerns? My dad also just got an 08 XL 883C with them neighbour hater exhausts on it, and it sounds bitching. His is all stock otherwise. Coming off a 500cc sport bike, my 1200 is an amazing bike, and I love it. Ha, 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 ha. Talk for days and pretty damn comfy. Let me know if Miss Emma or anyone has an idea of why it's crackling on rev matching or high RPM off throttling, and if it's bad or good performance in general. Thank you, guys. Keep two wheels on the ground. So let's deal with this first.
So this is fuel injected, not carbureted?
It's fuel injected bike and What do you got there?
Just keep going, Emma. Don't you mind no behind the scenes
he's
business.
He's wiggling his waggle around. I can't help myself.
He's getting me to look at his,
He wants me to look at it, and I don't want to. Stop it, Scott. If you're running open pipes on big twin cylinder bike like a Harley, or even if you were to do it on a BMW, as unlikely as it sounds, you're always going to get popping and crackling on the overrun, and the reason is you're reducing back pressure. Now, what's back pressure? I shall tell you. When the exhaust pulses come out of the engine, when they reach the baffling in the exhaust, it actually kind of slows them down, and waves start pushing back. And it actually aids combustion because you get this wave running both ways in the exhaust, as bizarre as it sounds. That's basically what back pressure is. Manufacturers know this, and they do all kinds of tricks like put balance pipes between the front and back, or the left and right pipes if they're that way. And when we first met Liza, we actually had to talk about baffling and crossover pipes. And
wait a minute. A guy told me that back pressure is when you hit the tonsils.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Nevertheless, when you run open pipes, you lose all that back pressure. And oftentimes you lose this scavenging effect. And when you shut down, you get this unburnt fuel that just rockets down the pipes. And, of course, the spark plugs will ignite it, not necessarily every beat of the engine. And you get this bang, bang, bang. It's quite normal with open pipes. It's definitely nothing to be concerned about. If you sit in the driveway and you rev it and it's going bang, 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 you got a problem. But if at high RPM you're shutting down, you're getting bang, 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 you're going to get that with open pipes.
This is what you get.
Or on a KLR.
Or on a KLR.
I mean, and I think for a lot of modern bikes, it's becoming less and less in fashion to change the pipes because you may make it worse sometimes.
Well, exactly. And the thing is with modern bikes, I mean, we've got a lot of factors going on here. We've got bikes that need to meet emission regulations. In particular, it's the European regulations that are driving the brand, the Euro 4 regulations, which are very, very strict. They're meeting economy regulations, they're meeting noise regulations. And so as a consequence, these bikes are running very, very lean out of the factory, but they're designed to do that. And the days of just taking the exhaust system off and putting a loud one on, like we did back in my day. Right. In fact, we would fashion them out of stone. But no, if we take my GS1000, so there's 18-year-old Emma riding around on a GS1000 with these giant frigging chrome mufflers. And when you gave it the beans, it sounded like somebody farting in a bath. So they had to go. So we got the Yoshimura 4-into-1, which was absolutely frigging deafening. And he did very little else to it because the carburation back then, it was basically a bucket with a hole in it. And a very simple engine. But now you can't get away with that. And there's all kinds of things you should do. So in answer to Jordan's question, which is part 1, it's fine.
Leave it.
Leave it. It's kind of a nature of the bike.
Or can I say learn throttle control?
Yes, throttle control certainly helps.
Yeah, throttle control and can just control.
But it's certainly not a bad noise. I mean,
or go back to stock.
Unless your neighbors might hate it.
So that email was dated Monday, July the 11th at 10:35 a.m. Saturday, July the 16th at 8:33 p.m. Hello, Misfits. Huge problem. My name is Jordan, and I'm from Buffalo, New York. My father has an 08 883 Sportster, and he was riding earlier today, and the bike started running terrible and died on him multiple times. Upon further investigation, he has gas in his oil and cannot start the bike. I do not believe. Is this a fuel pump issue or a fuel regulator issue or injectors stuck open? We need help! Exclamation point. We will do the fix ourselves, but the guy before us just changed the fuel injectors. There's the clue. And hope this isn't the issue. Doesn't seem to be a good thing at all that this is happening with this bike. I would really appreciate some input on what we can check and find the cause a little more clear. Thank you so much. I love you guys.
So father and son...
Father and son Sportsters.
Wait, can
son
I ask
has
a question?
the testosterone-riddled 1200 version. Father's riding this slightly more conservative 883.
I have a question about the 883.
Yes.
Is this got a vacuum petcock?
No, it's fuel injected.
All right, so it's a fuel pump, but so no petcock.
No.
Gravity?
No.
What?
It's fuel injected, you log.
Yes, but the fuel comes from the tank.
Right. So
and it's getting into the engine.
So let's talk about what happens when fuel gets into your oil. And so we'll talk about basically what it does and why it gets there. What it does, it's an extremely bad thing. The best case scenario, if you ride your bike with fuel in the oil, you can potentially destroy every bearing surface in the bike because there's a lot of bearing surfaces that require that film of oil.
But on the same token, you're also cleaning it really good.
No, you're not. Good Lord.
Cleaning the oil right off of the bearing surfaces.
That's the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is your engine will actually act as a grenade. There is a great video doing the rounds, and I will see if I can find it so we can post a link on it. And it's actually, believe it's either filmed in Africa or the Middle East. And it's a gentleman sitting astride a fairly big bike, which I believe is carburetted. I think it might be a Honda Blackbird. And he's just sitting astride it and revving it, and the engine absolutely grenades underneath him. And it's a classic cause of gas in the oil. I mean, the temperature rises, the fuel vapors ignite, and bang, your engine acts like a grenade, and there's cornflake-sized bits of aluminium and steel flying everywhere.
That's like the Minnesota thing where you flood the engine in the winter, and if there's too much fuel for stoichiometric ratio, just take the oxygen tank from welding, just needs more oxygen, right?
Yes, right, exactly. So how did the fuel get in there? How did the fuel...
It's not like he has one cylinder that's not firing and has unburnt fuel, because you would notice.
Right, exactly. And generally, if it's simply a not firing issue, because of the way a combustion engine works, it'll push most of that junk out of the exhaust. He's got problems. And so what we're going to do, when people bring a bike down to me at the shop, I evaluate what the bike's doing now, but I actually kind of play Paul Drake a little bit. And, oh, yes.
I think, can I make a guess?
And we look at the clues.
Can I make a guess?
Yes.
Valve?
No.
Gosh, darn it.
So
Can I
what?
make
I'm
a
trying to
guess?
figure out how it's getting there.
So
Bagel has a guess.
So what the clues that
It's a leaky
we're
injector.
given is that the guy has already replaced the fuel injectors once.
Yeah.
So it's had a problem in the past that has required the injectors to be replaced. A fuel pump is quite a small device, and the best fuel pump in the world, an in-tank fuel pump, can't produce much more than 50 or 60 psi. So I think this bike's got a bad regulator, and I will tell you why. These are my clues. I don't think the fuel pump can produce sufficient fuel to blow out the injectors. But a bad regulator, it can't produce sufficient pressure. But if the regulator is bad, it will continue to build pressure until it blows the injectors. So I believe the fix for this bike is going to be 2 new injectors, because he's blown them out, and a regulator, and he'll be down the road.
So the regulator is part of the fuel pump or a separate piece?
Oh, I can't remember on a Sportster. It's either... I think it sits on the fuel pump assembly in the because you've got like this thing that lives in the tank, and it's got the filter, it's got the fuel pump and the regulator. Cars, they usually sit on the fuel rail, but they've got more real estate than bikes. I'm pretty sure a Sportster, the regulator's up top in the actual tank, and there's a lot going on in that little Sportster tank. So regulator, injectors. You are down the road, and make sure you put a new fuel filter in there too.
Well, there you go.
Cool.
Emma, always coming through.
Well, I try, darling.
Thank you.
And I've been answering my Ask Miss Emma emails like a good girl.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Scott, you have an announcement you want to make.
I do. I was asked at the last meeting of the Oakland Motorcycle.
We like them.
He's
They're
been
cool.
wiggling his waggle for a while, and I'm thank you for your patience.
And actually, San Francisco Motorcycle Club, third oldest in the country, second oldest.
There is a debate between them and another club back east, the name of which escapes me.
Oakland is not far behind.
1907 founded.
Yes.
Rightio.
And they're really close to my house, and so that's why I filled out the paper.
Nice.
But they've got the Bayside ride coming up Saturday, July 30th this year, of course. And let's see, start and finish at the Oakland Motorcycle Club Hall. You can Google that, of course. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. cutoff, the registration, entry fee $25. The music by Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers, which is a ZZ Top tribute band.
Right.
Nice.
And there will be raffle prizes and stuff.
Where do they get information?
If you want information, they've got a phone number on here. Of course, I didn't bring my readers. 510-566-5123 or email. I'm going to let you read the email because
No. Oakland Motorcycle Club does.
It's on their website.
Yeah.
It's on their website. They have a
Oakland's-
good website, actually, with a calendar all up to date and everything. Which
Oakland
is
Motorcycle Club.
And,
Yes.
And Scott,
Good people.
I apologize. I'm going to have to correct you yet again. I believe you'll find that's a ZZ top tribute band.
But it's Texas. I think
doesn't
Z
matter.
Is the
Don't make me come over there and keep correcting your appalling grammar.
Don't fight
It's
it.
just absolutely appalling, Scott. I should be ashamed of myself if I were you.
All right.
God, I made him blush. I'm sorry.
I'm just going to let it go. You know, it's like, what can I say?
Oh, I'm looking at something and I'm reminded, I keep forgetting to tell Bagel of something that's sitting in this room that he doesn't know about. Bagel, I got the Lego Vespa.
Oh, nice. Which one?
The blue one. It's over in the corner.
The big one.
Yeah, the big one, of course.
Nice.
Yes.
Very cool. They also make a little Vespa Lego too, the red one.
Yeah, no. Lego's making motorcycles. I also got a Lego Ducati there.
Ooh,
yeah,
wow.
it's really cool stuff.
Probably got more parts than a real Ducati.
Yeah, it probably makes as much clanking sound too.
No, nothing makes as much clanking sound as a real Ducati. Perhaps
you have to put it. You have to put the Lego model in the dryer to make that kind of sound.
Yeah, or perhaps two skeletons having a fight in a tin.
Well, thanks again, Jane and John and Reg, for dropping by and telling your story. And just a reminder to everyone, the letter C, janetaylor.com.
That's it.
And
Thank you.
Bagel, you can go on there and maybe send a message if you want to give your information if they come up your way. And that would be really cool.
Yeah,
you guys
that would be really
go
cool.
up and see Bagel. There's so much cool stuff to see. And when are you going to be back? When are you done?
We're back in Vermont August 15th-ish.
August 15th-ish.
And then back to life?
Well, this is life. That's back to work.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? John, you have to come back sometime because I want to have a whole conversation with you about bike yoga.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I don't know if
Hippy.
everyone comes up with this, but when I was doing long distance riding, I found how important it was to do bike yoga. And there was all these certain poses and stuff that you did to help stretch your back and your shoulders and your arms and your legs. And I'm like, no one's talking about this. Does anyone have a video on bike
Maybe
yoga
soon
yet?
on my website.
I know, right?
I think I've seen something in the past. Maybe I can throw you some clues if I can come up with it again.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is chair position.
Chair position. Yeah. It is a real thing. I know about it. So, and it breaks it up and makes it possible. Otherwise, it's
and
just
all kinds
really,
of yoga would help. I mean, we've been doing yoga and it really helps a lot, actually.
Yeah. It does. Well, thank you guys for coming. I think we're ready to get out of here. And thanks again to AHRMA for putting on a great event. Next week, Emma won't be here.
I won't. I shall be on Kat and Emma's Alpine Adventure.
Yes.
So this time next Sunday, I'll be in bed actually.
Yeah.
But I will probably be full of Wiener Schnitzel and beer, and looking forward to the next day's riding. And then the following Sunday, I will have just landed at SFO, so I'm actually going to miss 2 weeks.
Ooh. Well, next Sunday I won't be thinking about you at all.
Good.
Because I will be with Phil and the gang, AMA Vintage Days, Haley Bell, Moyne Khan, the guys from Nokomoto are coming out.
Oh, great. You're
so
going to
many
have
friends coming.
Such a good time.
Lily from Chickistan is coming.
Aaron from Stumpastan is coming?
Aaron from Stumpastan, yeah. Wait, you're not supposed to know that, are you?
No, I know. He told me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, people are coming. Tamar might be coming down. We're going to be having so much fun. And hopefully I'll be able to put up the recording that we do, Cleveland Moto,
Tamar, Dr. Detroit.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, give her my love, will you?
And me and whatever misfits I grab, we'll be doing we're going to be doing a public debate about the top 10 innovations of all time when it comes to motorcycles. So I use, for example, like, are ABS brakes in the top 10? Emma, would you say ABS is top 10?
No.
See, it's going to be a lively debate between us all. So this will be fun time. So hopefully I'll be able to have gotten to good Wi-Fi and post it. If I don't get it out by then, give me some time and I'll probably get it out Monday. So we might be a little late, but I'll do my best.
Do you want to know what the number one answer is right now?
Nope.
The wheel.
Nope.
The incandescent headlight.
Fire.
Nope. We are going to come up with a list. You can critique it when we're done.
Oh, and I shall.
Okay. So
and I'll correct the grammar as well.
there you go. Well, you can.
Appalling.
And if you're coming to AMA Vintage Days, just check the schedule.
The schedule. Good
Schedule.
Energica.
To find out, Friday evening, we're doing the live podcast. So come on down, and people in the audience can be a part of it as well.
Right.
So there you go.
Nice.
Thank you to all of our listeners and our Patreon sponsors, and for sticking with us this long. Emma, you are in trouble. You did not silence your phone.
Silence.
I need you to get down and do 10 push-ups right now. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Silence.
Right. I guess let's wrap this up so I can go punish her brutally. Thanks, everybody. This is Liza.
Thank you.
Say your name.
This is John.
There you go.
Stumpy John.
Emma, darling, and I'm in so much trouble.
Thank you. This is Jane.
Scott.
Bagel.
Yeah, and we are out of here.
Happy birthday, Liza!
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Go, Cole.
Cool.